Today I'm going to talk briefly about the Mega Backdoor Roth Conversion available specifically to Microsoft employees and updates to the strategy for 2020. My name is Lars Phillips. I'm a lead advisor and partner here at Avier Wealth Advisors, located in Bellevue, where we specialize really and truly in working with Microsoft employees. We do this because Microsoft employees have some really interesting and competitive corporate benefits available to them, like restricted stock units or RSUs, ESPP, brokerage link, deferred compensation, DCP, if you're level 67 or above. But the Mega Backdoor Roth Conversion is clearly one of the more powerful, but also one of the more underutilized benefits available to you as a Microsoft employee. So let's get into the good stuff. Let's crunch some numbers here. If you are under 50, you can contribute $19,500 to your 401k. If you're over 50, you get to put in an extra $6,500 for a total of $26,000. Both of these numbers have increased by $500 from 2019 to 2020. Now, you also probably know that Microsoft is going to match 50% of that original $19,500. So Microsoft is going to put in $9,750 into your 401k if you are maxing it out. Now, what you might not know, though, is that the federal limit for total dollars going into a 401k in 2020 is $57,000. This is an increase of $1,000 from 2019. Or, as we talked about earlier, $63,500 if you're over 50, that extra $6,500. Well, this means that there's a difference of $27,750 between what you and Microsoft originally contribute and then what the IRS allows. Now, what's so cool is that Microsoft lets you make an after-tax contribution to your 401k to make up this difference, and then on a daily basis, automatically convert these dollars to Roth. So let's think about this for a second. I, Lars Phillips, can contribute $6,000 to a Roth IRA on an annual basis outside my 401k. Microsoft employees can contribute over 4.5 times as much to Roth as I can just by utilizing this feature within their 401k. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit jealous and I wish that my company's 401k offered that, but we're too small of a company so we can't. Well, why is this important though? So if you're saving money above and beyond your 401k, you're probably saving into a taxable account. When we think of a taxable account, we think of an individual account, a joint account, a community property account, etc. Well, within your taxable account, you're going to have investments, and those investments are going to kick off interest income, dividends, capital gains, all of which are taxable each and every year. So there can be a pretty substantial tax drag on performance, especially when you think about this compounded year after year after year. In a Roth, on the other hand, same interest, same dividends, same capital gains, that's all tax-free. And so if you continue to pour money into a Roth account, you do this each and every year, all of a sudden, you've got a really nice nest egg of tax-free dollars built up in your portfolio, which then gives you a ton of flexibility down the road to manage distributions in retirement. So you don't necessarily have to take from your IRA where income is going to be taxable, or you don't have to take all of your money from a taxable account where hypothetically down the road, you've got some pretty big capital gains that have built up over time. And so if you plan correctly, and this is something that we do with each and every person that we work with, you can really save a lot of money from a tax perspective in retirement, particularly if you're thinking about where you're pulling different assets from. At Avier, we are all about education, particularly as it relates to Microsoft employees. You can find a lot more Microsoft-specific information on our Microsoft Benefits resource page, which is simply avieradvisors.com/Microsoft. So tell you what, spend a few minutes exploring the site. I think you'll find it's well worth your time. We post a lot of really good content specifically for Microsoft employees at that website. And if you want to learn more about how to leverage this Mega Backdoor Roth Conversion along with all of these other pretty spectacular Microsoft corporate benefits, feel free, give us a call, send us an email. You can find me on LinkedIn. There's not a lot of Lars Phillipses out there. I should be fairly easy to find. I post a lot of content in regards to Microsoft employee benefits. So let us know how we can help. Would love to hear from you. Cheers.